What is going on, my patriots? How y'all guys doing? Welcome to another edition of Joe's Crime Stories, also known as Joe's News and Views. So, tonight, I'm trying to get y'all in with some of these reports that's been coming up with these crimes. I know I have not been on my grind, but before I go further into this story, if it's your first time tuning in, go ahead on and hit that like button. Please go ahead on and hit that notification bell all the way up top. Also, too, please like and share this video. And if you can, please participate in the $5 challenge. It helps me stay independent. While participating in this $5 challenge, please also participate in the challenge when it comes to what's going on with my wife to make sure that she is going through a lot right now with her health, and it'll definitely be well appreciated. Shout out to this channel. We're trying to get to 4,000, hopefully by Tuesday on this channel. We also done picked up on the Crime Stories channel. We at 500 plus now followers, so things are moving right along. Hopefully, we can continue to grow and continue to be that source, that premier channel on YouTube, so, and also growing on Haps as well. So, enough being said, let's get into this. Guys, before I go in this story, I want y'all to take something from this story. And I try to tell that to all of my viewers. Please do not think just because someone is over a church or has a position in the community that they are perfect, okay? And that they have everything together. Pictures and appearances can be deceiving. I'm not saying everyone is like this, but some people have their secrets behind closed doors. And this story leads to one of them. Imagine being a church family of a small town. You have a pastor that you are extremely admire, the first lady as well. Also, if y'all feeling this tonight on Haps, please donate to the channel with your coins and chips. It definitely appreciate it. Help me get to the goal. So imagine being that church family that you look up to these type of people, and then all of a sudden your leader is murdered, and as soon as your leader is murdered, you find out that someone did kill your leader, but when they apprehend the guy that killed your leader, come to find out the first lady was involved as well, and a whole lot of triangle slash uh sexual exploits and everything else come out. But I get more further into that. Let's get into the report. A Oklahoma's pastor's wife and her alleged accomplice has been arrested in connection to the minister's murder last week. Kristie Darnell Evans, 47, was taken into custody Thursday after she confessed to shooting her husband, 50-year-old pastor uh, David Evans, at their home in Ada, a city about 83 miles southeast of Oklahoma City. Evans' accomplice, identified as 26-year-old Khalid Demi Square, was then arrested without incident at a residence later that night, police said. The pastor's wife had called police just after 1 a.m. on March the 22nd and reported that an intruder had broken into her home and shot her husband. According to the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation, also paraphrased as OSBI, officers arrived and found David Evans suffering from a gunshot wound. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Investigators would identify Evans and Square as suspects in the murder after collecting evidence and conducting interviews. The OSBI did not immediately say who was interviewed or what evidence pointed investigators to the pair. 3 days after the shooting, investigation began. Evans met with OSBI agents at the Ada Police Department and confessed to the killing. This investigation was truly a team effort, said Ricky Adams, director of the OSBI. OSBI agents from across the state worked tirelessly on the investigation for days. With the help of OSBI intelligence, analysts, and multiple law enforcement agencies, the suspects responsible for Evans' murder are in custody. Our team will always follow the evidence and find the truth. Kristie Evans is being held in the Pontiac County Jail, while Square is in the Cleveland County Jail. So there is a backstory to this, guys. So I'm finna give y'all the backstory because you probably want to know why I said what I said. Based upon the research and the information I have collected from observing both of their social medias and everything else, the pastor and his wife were engaged in some extracurricular activities that I know a lot of church folks that's church. I'm not church like that. Was frowned upon and say, "Oh, why they doing that? Well, they married." You know what they say? God turned His eyes on people that married in the bedroom. So they had like an open relationship, swinger like thing. I guess he was into sharing his wife with other people. All right. So if you know what I mean. Well, during the time that they've been doing this, reports been saying people close hand said that they've been doing this for a while. The pastor and his first lady was going to Motel 6 late at night, hooking up with doing this type of thing. Well, finally, they actually somehow, some way met this young man here, which is Khalid. Uh, I forgot his last name. I don't want to butcher the guy's name. Give me 1 second. Yeah, this guy named Khalil. Khalil. Yeah, Khalil. They met up with Khalil Square. So they met up with Khalil Square and everything else. And well, I understand, Mama Bear. I'm just telling you, you know how it is now. I mean, like I said, I ain't no religious person, but you know how these pastors and these first ladies do. When behind closed doors, they got a lot going on. You'd be surprised. So anyway, Khalil and this young lady, the first lady, Kristie Evans, started hitting it off. They started hitting off to the point that it was told through the grapevine that her and Mr. Cahill, Mr. Square, started having a relationship. Like, she was, whenever the pastor didn't know anything, she was picking this guy, meeting up with this guy with rendezvous, hanging out, meeting up at the Hotel 6 without the husband knowledge, doing her thing with this guy. So the actual pastor did missions. So while he did missions, he went out of town. And while he was out of town for those couple of days, they said that this young man and Miss Evans hooked up again. That's right, they hooked up again. This time she had old boy at the house, basically living there. Uh, and with that being said, neighbors saw that Mustang he was driving. They was like, well, damn, who is this guy? And they even saw him at the front door. Now, she never really came out, but he was the one going in and out doing his thing. So the neighbors was kind of like, okay, so why is this guy here? So with that being said, some way, somehow, what everybody is kind of speculating through the evidence that they went out here, came home early. He did, the husband, saw dude there, or they got the drop on the husband, and that's how it all went down. Now, also, it's been told in the back scene what Square was telling the police when he got jammed up, that this was all plotted, that she was tired of the relationship with the pastor. Now, there's been allegedly, like I said, allegedly, speculation saying that, he was abusive. I don't know. I mean, like I said before, this is all alleged. But what has been brought that oh she looks way better in pictures. I think the issue was they got her probably while she was in the middle of her sleep. You know, when you do dirt like that, your conscience gonna weigh on you. Nah, not the black guy. Her husband was the pastor. That yeah, her husband was the pastor. This black guy was just a regular street dude. So, like I said before, man, being accomplice for murder, she gonna get as much time as he is. She's gonna wait for a long time. I mean, yeah, I don't. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if her husband was abusive. Let me try to see if I can get y'all a picture of the husband. Right quick. Give me 1 second. I give you a picture of how the husband look, and then I switch it back onto this. Give me 1 second, guys. I give y'all a picture of how the husband look. All right, cause this story here threw me off too. Give y'all a picture of how this cat look, so y'all get an idea. Oh, that one's small. Let's see here. Give me a second. I'm trying to pick a good picture of this cat. All right, that's about as much I'm gonna get. All right, give me a second. I finna share it. Sorry about that, guys. And let me do this. Get this off. Now that's how the husband looks. That's the picture of the pastor that got murdered. Oh yeah, I am. It'll probably be more tomorrow, bro. When I discuss that, on Sunday nights I talk about the crime stories because I know a lot of people follow my crime channels. So I do crime on Sundays and I do politics on Tuesday. Well, I'll be doing politics Monday because my wife has to go out of town to handle some business. So I'm gonna be a little off my schedule. So I'll probably be working and giving y'all some more politics stuff Monday. But yeah, this is what's going on with this gentleman right here. This is the pastor. This is the pastor that actually got killed. Now, this is like a crazy story because, this little town is not used to hearing a pastor wife committing a crime. That doesn't even make any sense. You know what I mean? So this is like the craziest of the crazies. Whoa, Mama Bear. Well, unfortunately, Mama Bear, he's dead now. So I guess you and him can't hook up. He didn't have a chance to divorce. Oh man. So that's the guy. That's the guy that died. That's the pastor. Now getting back to the suspects. So these are suspects. So yeah, guys, this is really what happened. I mean, you can't make this up. Cannot make this up. I mean, I really think that what's going on, bro? I'm here giving the news like always. I really think that this is what I think, and this is just my opinion. I think that this lady got caught up in a whirlwind romance of lust. I think that her husband gave her the opportunity to do what she was doing, and she found something different in this young man. And she found something so different in this young man that she did not want to deal with that husband anymore. And you know, when you involve in lust, lust will mess you up, bro. Lust will make you think you in love when you're really not. I've seen it happen. I've seen this happen time and time again. So I think that's what happened. She just got so involved in lust. Oh, you're not gonna hear this one on the news. Well, it's you're not gonna hear this on the news because it don't fit the narrative. You got a black guy involved and two white folks. You know how America is. They don't want you to hear stuff like that, but it's spreading. It's spreading. God knows it's spreading. It is spreading because they ain't gonna quiet this one down. It is all over the blogs. So yeah, they're definitely going. I give it another 2 or 3 days. It's gonna probably hit nationwide because it's spreading like crazy. Because this is the craziest story anybody ever heard of. This woman killed her husband out of lust. I mean, I just don't understand it. You said nope. Well, you never know, Shar. I've seen craziest shit. I mean, lately things are they trying to suppress ain't being suppressed. But I'm trying to give y'all that news. I mean, y'all need to hear it. So I'm gonna definitely give y'all some more crime news. I'm gonna go ahead on and wrap this one up, and I'm going to bring y'all some more. Uh-oh, yeah, that's right, Koya. This is true. You gotta see this. This is real. These two people killed a man. Well, this lady here on your left, and the dude on the right, her side dude, killed her husband, even though her husband allowed her to be in an open relationship. Yeah. I don't think he was desperate, Mama Bear. I think the problem was he just, you know, had it good. I think he got emotions tied up in it too. I mean, think about it. You got this older woman, about 50 years old, that when she put on makeup and stuff, looked pretty good. Cause you see her picture. She's not a bad looking lady when she put her makeup and stuff on. I mean, he was getting it. He was getting it good. Yeah, I'm on Facebook with this too. Follow me on Joe's News and Views, bro. Joe's News and Views. I'm on live right now on my Facebook page. I mean, I've been trying to grow that too. We're at almost 200 followers. So yeah, I'm growing. I know, Mama Bear. You tripping about that mugshot. Well, when you done cried all your makeup off and you done did dirt like that, you gonna look rough. Cause that was dirty. I mean, she was married for this man for years. He let her have an open relationship and she did him dirty. She did him real dirty. I mean, I wouldn't have killed my husband. I'm sorry. She should have just left him. Okay, was if that the case, I will. I guess I'll change the title then. Since y'all want me to keep going, I'll keep going. I'll change it to another story. Since everybody here now. So I'll keep going. I'll keep going on the show. I just changed it to the news. Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm glad you found me, man. Follow your boy. Yeah, we got to keep it going. Let's get some more news up here. See what we got going on tonight. Y'all sound like my wife. Don't stop. Keep going. Oh man. Let's see what I got. My other story. Oh, I'm about to. Y'all go ahead on. Again, if y'all like what y'all seeing, support the channel. Than a dirty movie. She did. She did to that man like a dirty movie, for real. You can't make this shit up, man. All right, we're gonna get to some more crime stuff. Since y'all say y'all want me to keep going, I'm gonna keep going. Now this is crazy right over here. I'm finna show this picture next. Let me go put y'all on game on this one. All right, here we go, guys. About to show you this one. All right, so this woman right over here that I'm about to show y'all, this is a sad situation. I don't wish this on anybody. Uh, like I said before, now this lady right over here, you is too. All right, thank you, studios, man. I appreciate it definitely. This right here is a Pennsylvania woman, Miss Julie Eberly. Now, we're gonna talk about this, and I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. The beginning of the story, all right? This lady was in vacation in North Carolina. Now, reason why I'm doing this story because the part of North Carolina she's at is near where I'm originally from, which is Lumberton, North Carolina, not too far from Fayetteville. All right. Now, if you haven't heard about Lumberton, North Carolina, you want to hear a little town that everybody always getting popped off, you definitely need to go there. Oh man, my wife is online tonight, y'all. Give it up for my wife, April. All right. Hey, there you go, girl. I, that's the wife. Had to put that on there. That's my baby. So anyway, we're gonna jump right into this and we're gonna talk about what happened. Julie Eberly and her husband had been driving to the beach for a vacation when the shooting occurred. The Pennsylvania resident Julie Eberly, 47, was shot through her car's passenger door around 11:40 a.m. Thursday at Robertson County, which is Lumberton, North Carolina. So when you hear Robertson County, that's Lumberton. Don't even, hey, I'm telling y'all now, don't chill in Lumberton. They're stupid over there. The sheriff office said in a press release on Facebook. Oh, you heard that, babe? It said you got yourself a good man. That's Miss Claudia. She about to respond back on there on the Facebook side. Uh, the sheriff office said that the suspect had been driving a silver or gray 2000 Malibu or Impala with dark tinted windows and chrome around the frames. The suspect's car was last seen driving over a bridge, the sheriff office said. Julie was taken to the University of North Carolina Southeastern Hospital where she died. Ryan was uninjured. In another press release, the sheriff office said 10,000 reward was being offered for information, leading to probable cause for the issuance of warrant and the arrest of the suspects responsible of the murder of Julie Eberly. The reward was provided to the sheriff on Friday afternoon by a Robertson County resident that wishes to remain anonymous. While we hope that anyone with information in this case will come forward, it provides incentive which should be caused to do even more. I appreciate The residents coming forth with this reward, Chef Bernice Wilkins said in a statement. Now, they do have a GoFundMe for the family. I am going to make sure it goes on my link for you guys on my YouTube. If you follow me on YouTube, Joel Davis News and Views, y'all can click on that GoFundMe under my wife's GoFundMe. You know what I'm saying? Drop a few coins for the family. Guys, this is why I try to tell everybody on Road Rages, man. Some people are just insane. I mean, that's just what it is. And they don't even know how that happened. Dude could have got upset because they got cut off and they were trying to get to their location, because people take things personal. Or it could have been they might have got violated by somebody not driving properly. And you know how you get when somebody's not driving properly. You honk the horn, you may throw them the finger, like, oh, it's the finger, you know what I mean, or something like that. But sometimes you have to be careful, because you never know how dangerous people really are. So you just gotta be careful, guys. I mean, the thing, that's why I tell everybody that the Second Amendment, that they're trying to do all this gun control mess and stuff like that. I'm not trying to talk into politics because it's crime side. I talk about it on my other channel. But that's why we need it, guys, because of incidents like that. Because we got people out here that are dangerous. And if they see you vulnerable, they will harm you. They don't give a shit. I mean, that's just being realistic. I mean, that's why my wife will tell you, I keep mine on me. I have to, because times are crazy. I will. I definitely will. I definitely watched that series with John Wayne Gacy. In fact, I do. I got a ID channel. I was gonna do a review on that this week. I might do it in the morning of what I saw and what I think about the John Wayne Gacy case. But again, rest in peace to that young lady. I saw her; she lost her life, man. Y'all, we just gotta be careful, and you gotta stay prayed up. Oh, I appreciate it. I hope you watched my Night Stalker on my channel on my crime stories, because I got that one on there as well too. I'm still building that channel as well. I'm gonna put some more documentaries up this week. Now, again, I'm about to with the story I'm about to come up with next. I got to do that. Viewer discretion is advised. I will be talking about some sexual, disturbing content that is not as suitable for young audiences. So please, and violent crime that is detrimental to young children. So viewer discretion is advised. So I have to say that before I get into this next story. Because if you don't, you know how YouTube is. They be tripping. Talking about you being crazy and want you to take something down. So since I gave y'all a disclaimer, I'm finna put in the next picture of this crazy behind lady. Give me 1 second here. I'm finna take this off for a minute. Y'all give me 1 second. All right, here we go. See you later, bro. Thank you for joining the broadcast. I'm finna get the next person up here. This right here is going to make a lot of y'all parents mad. So imagine sending your kid to school. Hey, what's up, girl? Oh, what's which one are you on? Oh, hold on for 1 second. I'm in the middle of a live, son. Yeah. Yeah, I got you. I got you. I got you. All right. So getting back to what I was saying. Imagine going to a school, right? You're sending your kids to school. Your main goal when sending your kids to school, even before all this craziness happened with all this sickness and stuff going on in the US, you know, our whole goal in life is to make sure that our children is well educated, not only well educated, get fed. I tell them you said hi, and also make sure too that our children is safe, right? Well educated, fed, and safe. I mean, that's what every parent wants. But to hear that your child is being predator, experiencing a predator, someone who's supposed to be an educator, especially a principal that's supposed to be a leader, it makes you question: is school as safe as they say it is? So this is the story of Ashley Landry, 44. She was arrested Wednesday on a felony charge of carnal knowledge of a juvenile. Uh, a Louisiana middle school principal is accused of sexually abusing a teenage boy. The Lafroche, I ain't good at French, Parish Sheriff's Office opened an investigation earlier this month after detectives learned that 44-year-old Ashley Laundry, a former principal at Lockport Middle School, had allegedly exchanged messages that were sexual in nature with a teenage boy, according to the Lafourche Parish uh, Sheriff report. We had someone come forward with the evidence in text messages between Miss Landry and the victim. That's what the Lafourche Parish Sheriff's Captain Brandon Matherin tells people. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. I love my wife, but that lady better be glad that wasn't none of my kid, because my wife would kick her ass. I'm telling y'all now, that lady would have never made it to the damn police station with a straight face. That mug shot, she would have been swole up. My wife is crazy. That would no. Oh no. It would have been bad. The sheriff office said that after gathering evidence, they reached out to Landry, who agreed to the interview. Landry allegedly admitted during questioning that she had sex with the teen and exchanged the text messages. Lord have mercy. Brandon said the alleged victim was not a student at Lockport Middle School. Landry was arrested Wednesday on felony charge of carnal knowledge of a juvenile. If you are between 13 and 16 and gave consent, it is not classified under a rape statute, said Brennan. In this case, it falls under felony carnal knowledge. We bound by state statute. So yeah, over there in uh Louisiana, their state things are a little different. Their consent is between 13 and 16. I don't know why it's like that, but Louisiana has been notorious for that for a long time. So that's why a lot of, and they're not the only states that have that. If you do something with a juvenile, it's considered uh carnal knowledge of a juvenile. It's a felony, but it's not a sexual felony. So basically, she'll probably don't have she won't register as a sex offender. Oh yeah, any woman. Yeah, anybody's supposed to be like that. You're supposed to be like that about your children. Laundry was booked into Lafourche Parish Correctional Complex in Theodore and later released on a $25,000 bond. the school district would not be reached for comment. She has not entered a plea, and they don't know if she's got an attorney. Yeah, she might go for that, but I don't know. In this case, she said she had consent from whoever that juvenile teenage boy was, and it was 13 through 16. I would very bet money it was a 16-year-old because it wasn't in the middle school. So it's someone she had contact in the high school, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was a previous student, someone that she had access to or seen on a regular basis. And even that is disturbing. You 44 years old, lady. You 44 years old. You in my age bracket. What in the hell is wrong with you? That is crazy. All these men running around in the world today, all of these men running around the world today. You could have got you a dude off the street and gave him a hot meal. He would have took care of you. You didn't have to worry about no child. But they don't like that. People like that, they like preying on the weak because in their mind they can manipulate these kids. That's why they do it. That's why these people prey on children. I say it time and time again. When you hear cases like this, there is people that have a sense of control. They want to control kids. They want to control anything that they can take advantage of. And if it's not kids, it's even people with mental disabilities. They like that. They love that because they can play mind games. Because they know an adult that their age that has common sense is going to call them out. They can't control that person. They can't manipulate that person. It's a little bit more harder. They don't have the skill set to. Yeah, it's demonic, Michelle, for real. It's very demonic. And it's disturbing to see this, man. Man, I'll tell you, man, my heart goes out to the victim, because he was a victim. I'm sorry, I don't give a damn how much he told you it's okay. He's a victim. He's a child. That young man is a child. He don't know what he doing. He like any young boy at that age. If it sounds good, they gonna do it. Man, that's just disturbing. Damn, man. But y'all know this is becoming the new norm. You finding more women in the school districts that's doing this. I don't know what it is. More women, and it started in my age bracket. You know, in my era, that's when it really started getting hot with teachers doing that. Let me see here, my man, Judge man. They speak without book, not worthy to stand before God. They knowing all things, even seeking book open. Yes, right, brother. Preach the truth, man. Okay. All right, so we're gonna get on to the next case. Now, I talked about this a couple days ago. I'm gonna touch on this a little bit. We're gonna talk about Jacob Blake. Yeah, I'm not even gonna show no picture on that clown. I'm just gonna keep it 100 by him. So Jacob Blake recently has decided to go and sue not the police department, not anybody else involved. He ain't suing the police department. He not suing the state of Wisconsin. Nah, he want to sue the police officer that shot him. Y'all know how I feel about this, but I'm gonna go ahead on and read the story anyway. Jacob Blake, a black man left paralyzed in a shooting last year, captured a viral video that sparked protests over police brutality and racial injustice. Has filed a federal civil rights complaint against a white police officer who pulled the trigger. Yeah, this is about to get real interesting. I know. I'm about to get to it, y'all. The complaint filed Thursday follows the decision in January by Kenosha County, Wisconsin District Attorney Michael Gravely to not charge the officer Rustin Shesky. That's right, Rustin Shesky was not charged. Blake was shot several times in front of his children on August the 23rd. And Kenosha police officers responded to a call about domestic incident at the gathering attended. Hold on for a second. I lost my wording. Yeah, at the gathering attended by Blake to celebrate his son's 8th birthday, according to the complaint obtained by the People magazine as reporting on this issue. God, let me tell y'all something. Okay, and I'll go say it again. This dude had a restraining order. So that's the first thing these civil rights people, the civil rights case is going to look at. He had a restraining order. It was active. He had no business being around his baby mother to see his 8-year old at all. So he already violated. The widely shared bystander video showed 2 officers following Blake, one with his gun raised and pointed, as Blake walks away from them and prepares to enter his Dodge SUV. When Blake moves around the front of the vehicle, then opens the driver's side door and leans inside, at least 7 gunshots are heard. In rejecting criminal charges, the district attorney said Shesky, who fired the shots, could successfully argue self-defense in front of a jury. Yep, he sure could. Gravely said his decision was based on evidence that could not be seen in the cell phone video of the incident. It's really evidence about the perspective of Officer Shesky at every moment, and what would a reasonable officer do at each moment. Gravely said at January 5th news conference. Almost none of those things are answered. That deeply disturbing video that we all seen, Officer Shesky felt he was about to be stabbed. Blake's attorney countered that Blake made no physical or verbal threats towards Shesky or the 2 other officers on the scene, and that he repeatedly attempted to disengage by walking away from the officers. Yeah, I hate him too, buddy. As evidence in the video and set forth in the complaint, Mr. Blake had a folding knife. I'm going to say it again. He had a folding knife on his person as he was being attacked. Though he never brandished or threatened to use the knife at any time, Blake's attorney said in a statement to the People magazine and other outlets. After Mr. Blake dropped the folding knife onto the floor of the SUV and he sat down in the driver's seat, Officer Shesky began firing his gun with one hand as he pulled Jacob by the shirt with the other. Kenosha police later said they were trying to arrest Blake on an outstanding sexual assault warrant. During the tussle, when Shesky fired the shots, the alleged sexual assault charges, which stemmed from an incident months earlier, were dropped. 6 of the 7 shots struck Blake, with at least one severing his spinal cord, said the federal complaint filed in U.S. District Court. For the Eastern District of Wisconsin, the 7th shot struck the side door of the SUV, according to the filing. Now, the shooting unfolded with 2 of Blake's kids, 5 and 8, in the back seat of the SUV. Now, while Jacob Blake survived being shot 6 times, his devastating injuries are permanent and life-changing, as one of his attorneys, Patrick A. Salvi II, said in a statement. The bullet that severed Jacob's spinal cord has left him paralyzed and confined in a wheelchair, said Salvi. Jacob now suffers from an inactable pain syndrome. After various surgical procedures and agonizing course of physical rehabilitation, Jacob remains unable to return to his job as a security guard and relies on others to assist him with the basic needs of daily living. Now, in protests that followed the incident, 2 people were killed during a demonstration in Kenosha, and the suspect, then 17-year-old Kyle Rittenhouse, was subsequently charged with homicide. He has pleaded not guilty. Now, the protests has followed earlier demonstrations across the country over the killings of other black people, including George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and Ahmaud Arbery. And out of all of them, Ahmaud Arbery was the only one that we should have been acting a fool about. The rest of them was bullshit. But we'll talk about that later. A criminal defense lawyer for Shesky referred questions about the new complaint to Shesky's civil lawyer, who could not immediately be reached for comment. Reports the civil rights complaint, which names only Shesky as a defendant and requests a jury trial, seeks unspecified damages. Man, I'm not with this. I'm not with this at all. Jacob Blake made a mistake that he knew he was getting into. He had no business that day being at that residence. He knew he had an active warrant and a restraining order. Then he turns around and go against the grain. That's number one. Number two, after he done went against the grain, after this man done went out here and went against the grain, he fight the police officers. We got footage where they had deployed the taser and he was still trying to fight the officer. Number three, you're going into a vehicle. You got two small kids in the back. You going into a vehicle that weighs about roughly 2 tons. I want to say almost. Yeah. A SUV. I say 1 ton. Okay, 1 ton. We don't know 1 ton. I wouldn't say 2 tons. Almost a ton. We don't know what you're going to do with that vehicle. We do not. The cops don't know. That's a over 1,000-pound vehicle. You got bodies in there. That thing can be used as a weapon. Then you had a knife. So everything that happened to you, sir, was on you. Again, I'm so sorry that you have to live your life now with pain. But this should teach you a valuable lesson. When the cops or anyone tell you in authority to stop, don't move, don't resist, do it. That's what kills me when it comes to black people in America that wants to race hustle. When we go up here and resist from these cops, and then we get shot up, or we pull a weapon in front of these cops and get shot up, everybody want to say, "Oh well, it's injustice. It's police brutality. I'm afraid for my life." I'm not afraid for my life. I go to work every day. I pass a cop, walk by a cop. I don't never have no fear. You know why? Because I'm not doing fucking crazy shit. I'm following the laws that it's supposed to be. This guy's been a known criminal. He's been in and out of the system since 2010. He's not a saint. He knew what he was getting to that day. He knew the risk. The girl called the cops on him. The 911 call. He even admitted in the interview that in a lot of ways he was wrong when this mess went down. But you want to go and listen to the race hustler, Benjamin Crump and family. Let's go soon. I hope they don't get a dime. I hope they dismiss the case. That's what I'm hoping for. I hope they dismiss the case. You got your GoFundMe money. $2 million. Y'all better turn that shit into a cash cow. I'm sorry. I'm tired of having sympathy for stupidity. That's what's wrong with us now. We have sympathy for stupidity, but we don't respect common sense. I don't get it. I really don't. Call me what you want to call me. Call me any name out the book. Call me a race trader. I don't give a shit. I'm telling it like it is. Because at the end of the day, you got to put yourself in these officers' shoes. You trying to make it home. So you have somebody you done put a taser on. You done try to get them on the ground. And they coming up there going into a car over 1,000+ pounds. You know they got a rap sheet from here to fucking Tinsdale. And they trying to get into the vehicle. What you gonna do? You gonna use the force you got to do to stop them. You done did the taser. You done did everything else. They still resisted. So you gonna do the next level of force. You don't want the next level of force? Fucking listen. That's all I got to say. Sorry I had to go on that rant, man. It just every time I hear he's about to sue this guy, it just pisses me off. Now I'm gonna give y'all the most stupidest story of the night. I don't even know how to even cast this story. It sounds so stupid. Oh man, I don't even know, man. This is the dumbest story You ever hear when people get arrested for murder And when you find out what they did, you just want to just run up on them and slap the hell out of them. That's how I feel right now. That's exactly how I feel in this story. Because this story sounds so dumb. So let's talk about this story right quick. I'm not gonna show this lady picture. I'm just gonna put a link in. A woman allegedly sold a car to a 13-year-old boy, and now she's charged with homicide after the fatal crash. Now, police in Tennessee has charged a 37-year-old woman. Damn, she the same age I am. She making 37-year-old look fucked up out here. With vehicular homicide by recklessness and contributing to the delinquency of a minor for allegedly selling her car to a teen who then crashed the vehicle, killing a 71-year-old man. Lord have mercy. The March 5th collision along Nolensville Pike in Nashville was allegedly caused by a 13-year-old driver who bought Katrina Russell's Dodge Dart. Lord Jesus, this even sounds bad, says investigators from the Metropolitan Nashville Police Department. A statement of Russell's arrest identifies the victim as David Cheatham. According to the police, the teen allegedly lost control of the car after running a red light. The car then slammed into Cheatham's Dodge Challenger. The statement says Cheatham was found dead at the scene. I'm just trying to figure out how a Dodge Challenger is pretty heavy. So if he killed this guy and slammed into his Challenger, I wonder if he died by the impact or did he die by a heart attack? Because this man is 71 years old. The charges against Russell stem from her allegedly admission that there was an exchange of money between her and the teen for the keys to her car, read the statement. The teen told investigators that he brought the car for $80. You sold a Dodge Dart for $80? Russell, who is homeless, was arrested Wednesday. She has yet to plead charges. She faces and remains in custody on a $6,000 bond. The 13-year-old driver involved in the fatal crash is charged in juvenile court with vehicular homicide by recklessness, driving without a license, and proof of insurance. And the teen is being name is being withheld because of his age. What? Who does that? This is the craziest shit I ever heard in my life, man. Who does that? $80 for a Dodge Dart? Man, she had to be on drugs, bro. Ain't no way. She had to be on drugs. And no. No. This is wow. $80 costs you a charge of vehicular homicide along with this damn crazy ass kid. This wow. And it contributes to the delinquency of a minor. Man, whoever this kid is and whoever his parents is, all of them need their ass whooped. This is crazy. This is But that's all the news I got for tonight, guys. Like I said, I'm gonna have these stories in the links so y'all can see how crazy these people really are in my description. Thank y'all once again for tuning in to the broadcast. Please like and share. Continue to donate. Like I said, it helps the channel grow. I also got another community out there that y'all can follow, and that is the local community. Yeah, they said she was homeless, Michelle. So I think that she's living out her car. And I think she just sold the car. I think the lady had drugs. For real. I think she probably was saying to herself, she'll sooner or later get caught up in drugs and she go to jail and get 3 hot meals. I mean, this is crazy. But yeah, definitely guys, follow me on Locals. Now, locals.com to find me, you got to go with the link on it's called on QAnon for Trump. Now, I made this for the QAnon movement when it was hot, but unfortunately, I know things have died down in that era now. I can't change the name of it, but when you click on the link, it'll say Real Conservative News. So I don't know what I'm going to have to do to change it up. I may have to call locals or get in contact with them and see if I could get it changed to that type of name, so that way it won't ding me in the future. Because you know how people are, they see stuff like that, they want to shut you down or they want to complain. So again, thank y'all for coming out tonight. I don't even know how many people I had live on the chat. I know it was pretty hot on YouTube side, so that's good. I know I got a lot on the Periscope side and a lot on the Facebook side. So I appreciate everybody that came through. Follow your boy. Continue to support. We definitely love y'all. Take care of yourself and each other. I am out.